So if you're going to make a Thai red curry noodle soup, one is going to need a Thai red curry paste. So coming up next, we're going to take a look at a fast way of putting together a Thai red curry paste with ingredients that are pretty much available everywhere, but I do have some suggestions for when you can't find everything. The recipe will be at kcknh.com. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with this, you gotta be careful. I definitely recommend disposable gloves, separate cutting board, a small bag for disposing any of the chili pepper stems and seeds, and you do need a separate dish rag, especially when you're working with spicy chili peppers. Normally, this is done in an old school mortar and pestle, but we do need to use a high-powered blender for this, as some of the ingredients are hard as a rock. Now, with a red curry paste come very common ingredients that might not be available where you are. I can't get kaffir limes where I live. I actually had to travel to a couple different places to see if I can get galangal, which is Thai ginger, but that's okay. We do have a couple of options available in order to pull this off that won't have kaffir lime or galangal, but if you can find it, it's awesome. Now, traditionally, a mortar and pestle is used for making this paste, but it's so labor intensive, a good 20 to 30 minutes to pound this down. Some folks may not have that kind of time, so a high-powered blender comes into the picture. And this Thai paste is beautiful, guys. I love making this at home. I personally prefer it over jarred convenience because I can control what's going into it. And when I do a Thai dish, I simply look at this as, how can I make this more fragrant? And the curry paste does that automatically. Now, I have a list of ingredients that are tailored to the traditional method, but I also have modified. Anything in green shows you where the changes are made. This is not an all-inclusive recipe. This is just a baseline. It's an average. Some folks like a little more cilantro in this. Me, I like just enough so I'm not having a bright red paste, but you can certainly modify that to your own liking. And there's also a debate whether or not you remove the seeds from the peppers. There's no rule. Ignore people. I love the kick that this gives me, so I keep the seeds. Now, to show you how violent this can be, I just grabbed one of those takeout container lids. I wanted to show you at least what this looks like when you first start blitzing this up. It can go everywhere. I can certainly say that. It still went everywhere when I had my black lid on top of it. But as you can see here, we're running a high-powered blender, and it does take some time, not 20-30 minutes, but I think about 8 to 10 minutes to get this down to a mash that I was happy enough to work with. I did use a little bit of water in this. It doesn't really affect this completely. It's really enough to help blend everything together. And we're doing the fresh ingredients first before we hit it with any powder. So the spices that we do put in here, I like to do at the end with a little bit more water. And as you can see, these colors are just simply beautiful. It's certainly one of my most favorite things to make, I have to say. And definitely keep in mind, if you go the high-powered blender route, be very careful as far as cleaning. Capsaicin is the worst enemy for anyone that doesn't clean it thoroughly. So just check the manufacturer's instructions for proper cleaning. You may want to give yourself a second round with cleaning just to play it safe. So now we've added the dry spices here. There's a little bit more water. I think I put no more than, I'm gonna say, I started with about a quarter cup of water, and then I hit it with a couple tablespoons more of water at the second stage when we added the dried spices. Now, as I said earlier, I'm cilantro happy. You don't have to put these in, but certainly make this to the best of your ability, to the way that you're going to enjoy this. and store it in an airtight container with a tight-fitting lid. And a little goes a very long way, folks. So let's take a look at a nice up-close and personal photo of that Thai red curry noodle soup. I even hit this with extra garnish. One of my most favorite things to do. I love the chili. So I really hope you'll enjoy this. This will tie into the Thai red curry noodle soup video. And thanks so much for stopping over. Can't wait to see your comments.